Live and free on the OH Report, 2 district champions will be crowned in Division 4 here from Mount Vernon Nazarene University. The first matchup tonight, Jonathan Alder and the Pioneers getting set to take on the Heath Bulldogs. It's a 1 versus 3 matchup here tonight for a district championship game. All of the top 4 seeds in the Central District will be playing here from MVNU, and we'll have it all on the OH Report coming up next.
After high school, I kept hitting my head on that proverbial glass ceiling because I didn't have a degree.
I started working right away, and I really wanted to get into leadership, but I kept getting passed up because I didn't have the formal training they were looking for.
Through volunteering and substitute teaching, I discovered a real passion that I knew I wanted to pursue.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
The MVNU online student portal is so easy. I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
It almost seemed like opportunities were coming to me, as opposed to me having to search for them. My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
It was really the final piece for my career to take off.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. We handle your website, your Google business profile, listings, and online reputation, so customers can find you and trust you. That means less time chasing screens and more time focusing on what really matters. Your family, your customers, you business. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials today and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. Consultation and design included. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
It is time now for your NAMI Ohio pregame show here live and free on the OH Report. I'm Jonathan Langdon alongside Mark Ballinger, and we are excited to be here at MVNU, Mount Vernon Nazarene University, here in Ariel Arena as the Heath Bulldogs are looking to play underdog here tonight against Jonathan Alder and the Pioneers, the #1 seed in Division 4 Central District.
Yes, and coming into tonight's matchups, we have the 4 top seeds here tonight, number 1 versus number 3 in our first game. And on paper, prior to the season, these were the best 4 teams in Division IV in the Central District. As the season went on, they proved it on the court, and it's nice to see those top 4 teams here tonight. We should be in for 2 outstanding basketball games.
Huge shout out to Oliver Kramer, your cameraman, for games 1 and 2 here tonight, as we're going to be here all day long covering some great Division IV basketball. How about we start with the 3rd-seeded Heath Bulldogs coming in from the LCL Cardinal Division. They fell just short of Johnstown. However, with that strength of schedule they played, they end up ahead of them in the seeding here for this tournament, so they get a shot at the 1 seed. They're a perfect 8-0 in non-conference play, so you like their odds, I guess, if you're taking that into account against Jonathan Alder.
Yes, Heath is a team that's going to come out and they're going to sit down and guard, and they have one of the, if not the best player in the Central District in Jordan Kaminsky. He is going to be a handful for the Jonathan Alder Pioneers.
And we're going to get to him in a moment, but Coach Folk, of course, a longtime coach here for the Bulldogs, 17 seasons at the helm for him. He has done a great job just kind of leading this team to wins after wins after wins, and it leads them to 19-5 as we head into this game here in the district championship. So, Jordan Kaminsky, you say. What do we need to know about this Jordan kid?
Well, he can do pretty much anything. He averages about 25 points per game. He was co-player of the year in the Central District along with Carter Myers from River Valley. He is their go-to guy. He's going to have to score a lot of points if they're going to win tonight, but he's had to do that all season long, and it has worked. He is a phenomenal talent. He's going to be fun to watch when this title is on the line.
You saw on your screen there a moment ago that he broke the single game scoring record with 43 points earlier on in the year against Briggs, so you know that he can kind of explode as a scorer. And most of the time, he doesn't tend to struggle in games. He's shooting 55% from the field.
Well, he shoots it very well, and he's able to get downhill. That's the other thing, is he can shoot it from the perimeter, but he also has the ability to get to the paint. When he gets paint touches, he does such a good job of manipulating his body and using his strength that he's able to finish through contact. He is that 3-level scorer that is very difficult to defend.
Let's go ahead and jump over to the other side of the floor as Jonathan Alder sits pretty at number 1 here in the district. Winners of their last 5 games. They've got the youngest roster here at MVNU. I mean, they've got a couple sophomores that are going to be some stars today, including our player spotlight, who we'll talk about in a moment. But it's great to see what Coach Dick has been able to do.
Well, Jonathan Alder is absolutely loaded with talent, not just at the high school level. Their middle school teams are absolutely outstanding. So this is a program that's going to be a force in Division IV in the Central District for quite a while. But this Jonathan Alder team, everybody knew they had a lot of talent coming back, and they have put that talent to good work. By far, they have been the most dominant team in Division IV in the Central District. They beat River Valley by 22 points earlier in the season. This is a solid, solid basketball team.
And those Vikings from River Valley, a team that you'll see in our second game of this doubleheader later with us at MVNU. So make sure to stay with us all night long. We'll have all of this Division IV action. Danny Bentley is that sophomore we briefly mentioned, 19 points per game. He's the CBC Player of the Year.
Yes, outstanding young guard. He's only a sophomore. He controls everything for Jonathan Alder. He has the ball in his hands on almost every single possession. He can score it. He can get other people involved. He is a guy that is going to try to control this entire game tonight. And as I told you off camera earlier, I think that this is a Jonathan Alder team that has the ability to make a deep run and not only win tonight, but win in the regionals at Bowling Green and make it to the Final Four in Dayton.
Winner of this game here in Game 1 at MVNU is headed to Bowling Green next week on Tuesday. So Heath and Jonathan Alder going to battle it out here soon enough. We'll step aside, take a break, come back with your starters, keys to victory, and tip-off, of course, here from Mount Vernon Nazarene University for this Division IV District Championship game.
After high school, kept hitting my head on that proverbial glass ceiling because I didn't have a degree.
I started working right away, and I really wanted to get into leadership, but I kept getting passed up because I didn't have the formal training they were looking for.
Through volunteering and substitute teaching, I discovered a real passion that I knew I wanted to pursue.
NVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
The MVNU online student portal is so easy. I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from NVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
It almost seemed like opportunities were coming to me, as opposed to me having to search for them. My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
It was really the final piece for my career to take off.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. We handle your website, your Google business profile, listings, and online reputation, so customers can find you and trust you. That means less time chasing screens and more time focusing on what really matters. Your family, your customers, you business. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials today and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. Consultation and design included. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
It is time now to wrap up your NAMI Ohio pregame show. The National Alliance on Mental Illness brings you this coverage here live and free on the OH Report as we're set to go. Jonathan Alder taking on Heath. You see the Bulldogs on your screen. Visitors on the scoreboard. They're the 3 seed in the district in a championship game. What are their keys to victory here tonight? My assessment of this group, Mark, you can correct me if I'm wrong, was it's Jordan Kaminsky and then 4 other junkyard dogs that you're looking to see some production out of.
I think that's a great description. Kaminsky carries so much of the burden on the offensive end for the Bulldogs. If they're going to beat a very good Jonathan Alder team, he's going to have to get some help tonight, not just on the defensive end, but he's going to have a player or two step up and contribute offensively, because you know the entire Jonathan Alder defensive focus is going to be on number 2.
So the Bulldogs getting their starters announced. We'll go ahead and share those with you here. Jordan Kaminsky, of course, the man of the hour, 25 points per game this year, wears number 2, the senior 6'3" guard. Carter Mason also starts wearing number 5, the senior 6-foot forward. Shoots 36% from the three-point line. Ethan Grice, a sophomore guard, will start wearing number 12. J.J. Holloway, number 15, is a senior 6-foot guard. And then the forward, Braden Gibson, rounds out the starting lineup. He wears number 24. And then keys to victory today, Mark, for Jonathan Alder. I think if you are the 1 seed, you've got to be the one to set the tone, because that's what you've done all season long.
And look for Alder to come out with a vengeance and try to get an early lead on Heath. They're going to use their size, even though we focused on the guard play from Danny Bentley. Their bigs are outstanding. They can score inside, they can shoot the three. Look for Bauer and Metzel to really go to work against this smaller Heath ball club.
And the final key there was to ride the hot hand, because you have the luxury of having multiple guys you can turn to. Heath, on the other hand, it may change. We don't know, but the numbers don't lie most of the time, and it's going to be mostly Kaminsky.
Yes, there's much more diversity in the scoring from Jonathan Alder than you have with the Heath Bulldogs. So for Jonathan Alder, who's going to be the guy of the night? You don't know. You've got to come out and guard all 5 of their guys, as we said, where Kaminsky carries much of the burden for the Bulldogs.
So the starters for Jonathan Alder on the other side, Brady Sweet is a 6'1 junior guard. He wears number 2. Trey Bentley will also start, wearing number 3, the sophomore 6'2 guard. His brother Danny wears number 11, the sophomore 6'1 guard. Garrett Bauer and Chase Mutzel are the 2 big fellas you mentioned, Mark. Garrett wears number 2, Chase wears number 23. All 4 teams that you will see tonight are 19-5 on the year. Alder, they're the Central Buckeye Conference champions. They finished in first place at 9-1. Heath, however, had a tough schedule, 11-5 in the Cardinal Division of the Licking County League. They finished second behind Johnstown. Head coach of Alder is Derek Dick in his 4th season, and the head coach for Heath is Devin Falk. The longtime coach for the Bulldogs is in his 17th season.
And both of these teams are battle tested. Heath has been through the LCL. When you go through that league, you're going to run up against some good teams. And then Jonathan Alder, of course, 19-5. Those 5 losses include trips to Tri-Village, Marion Local, Bishop Hartley, and the bad loss maybe at Hilliard-Davidson, but that loss may have been what kind of got them refocused here late in the season. So both these teams battle tested. They're going to come in here tonight knowing what to expect. Now it's just a matter of who's going to execute when the moment's at its biggest.
We're all set to go from Ariel Arena here at Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Game 1 of 2 here from Central Ohio for a Division IV district title. 2 districts in Division 4. One first-seeded Alder taking on third-seeded Heath. Later tonight, you can watch right here on the OH Report as well. River Valley, the 2 seed in the district, they will take on number 4 Johnstown as we are underway. And Heath will start with the basketball, and Jordan Kaminsky brings it across the timeline.
Trey Bentley will take on the first duties of guarding Kaminsky. We'll see if Alder continues to throw bodies at him, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to play him tight on the perimeter, but then try to get guys into the gap to take away his driving lanes.
They'll go right back to Kaminsky. A double comes, forces him to pick it up. Carter Mason goes right back to Kaminsky. Mason off a screen, a couple of passes out top, and the Bulldogs taking their time.
Jonathan Alder willing to show hard, making sure Kaminsky cannot come off that ball screen clean.
I just noticed the shot clock's on here at Ariel Arena. There is no shot clock. It'll stay at 30 there up atop the scoreboard all night long. Kaminsky sneaks a pass over to Mason. He's a great shooter, has not had an open look quite yet, as we're already a minute into the game, and the Bulldogs have held the basketball the entire time.
Well, this is what Heath is going to have to do. Run time off the clock until you can get Kaminsky free. They're very good at this.
Off a screen, Kaminsky trying to split the double. Doesn't work. The steal. Alder 2-on-2 the other way. Garrett Bauer to the 10 will draw a blocking foul, and that will result in 2 free throws coming for Jonathan Alder.
Well, Bauer, with his size, still does a good job of running the floor, taking care of the basketball, able to get to the basket. Looked like a close call there, but they went with the block, so Bauer will step to the line. Chance to give an early lead to the Pioneers.
First free throw is in for Jonathan Alder. The foul went on J.J. Holloway, the senior. That's his first. Time of possession so far, minute 5 for Heath. Good 5 seconds maybe for Jonathan Alder as they just took it down in transition and earned themselves 2 points. But that's been a trend we've seen with Heath all season long. Low-scoring games, they don't get blown out often. In fact, their largest loss of the year was to Johnstown. It was just a 10-point game.
Yes, they really like to shorten the game with those long possessions. The problem is if you get behind early, you've got to try to pick up the tempo a little bit.
Carter Mason missed that 3. Bentley will play catch with his brother, Trey and Danny. Trey, top of the key, behind the back move, finds Danny in the right wing. Danny dribbles towards the middle, dish off last second, And inside again is Bauer. This time can't get the finish or the foul.
But a good look. They were able to penetrate the zone, get the look they wanted. Shot didn't go down. Good job boxing out by Heath.
Drive and kick to the corner. The sophomore, no good. Ethan Grice can't get his first shot.
And if Heath's going to win this game, some of those threes from some other players are going to need to drop for them. 0 for 2 tonight from 3 so far for Heath.
Far side corner work. Garrett Bauer, 6 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. Drive inside, missed layup by Trey. A rare miss from Alder underneath the basket.
Great look, unable to finish at the rim.
Kaminsky trapped cross court. Mason fakes a pass. First touch on the basketball for J.J. Holloway, as he'll dance with the defender. Give to Grice, back to Kaminsky. Co-player of the year in Division 4 in the Central District, as he got a walk from the sophomore. Grice missed a 3 last possession. He turns it over here.
Well, you see Alder is going to go ahead and start switching any of those screens. They want to make sure Kaminsky does not come off any screen, whether it's a ball screen or a pin down, clean. And so they're willing to switch that time. And Alder's bigs are athletic enough that they can guard Kaminsky. Heath playing the 3-2 zone. Look for them to get to that short corner.
They did it right there, however. Trey Bentley stripped, stolen, and here goes Kaminsky stepping through 2, dumps it off, and Grice was out of bounds when he caught it. But you can tell the Bulldogs desperate to just get out on the break because their half-court offense has not been working so far. Bentley, a couple of early mistakes will bring it across the timeline. Another change in defensive coverage, works again for Heath.
Uncharacteristic turnover there for Alder. Tried to throw the long skip.
And Holloway to the cup. We're tied at 2.
Good take by Holloway. He saw the seam and he went after it. He was able to get all the way to the rim before the help could rotate.
Very slow pace from both sides. Nearly halfway done with the first. It's just 2-2. Near side corner 3 does not go, and Grice gets a long rebound. He'll wait for help, finds Kaminsky in stride. Crossover move, getting inside. Swung out, Grice stripped, kicked it away. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Senior Holloway finds Mason. Heath this season, 19-5 on the year, 11-5 in the LCL Cardinal Division. They earned a 60-46 win over Bloom Carroll in the district semis that have them here at MVNU. Looking to dethrone Jonathan Alder, a team that went to the regional tournament just a season ago. Kaminsky dances, thought about the 3. More movement from the Dogs. Off a double screen, still no space for Kaminsky. He stayed patient, he finds Holloway, who misses the 3 on the left wing. Rebound by Danny Bentley, he'll bring it up the floor.
Look for Bentley to try to start to penetrate the gaps in this zone. Right now it's created a stagnant offense for Alder. Bentley going to slide to the baseline, maybe get him a touchdown there where he can work the ball to the gap to one of those bigs.
They leave the big fella open for 3, and the Bulldogs will take it. Still tied at 2. Late stages of the first quarter.
If you're Heath, you have to be very happy with the start defensively.
Mason back to Holloway. He'll get the switch onto the big fella Bauer, who steps out to defend. Crossover, inside, blocked. And he stares him down as they go the other way, and a foul in transition as Trey was trying to push it. We'll take a look at this take.
Yeah, Garrett Bauer stepping over, elevating and getting the block shot. And now as Alder subs are going to bring even more size into the game as Bauer goes out, but Byerly, the 6'9 sophomore, comes in. Going to go to the high post. Maybe go high-low here, get him a quick touch, and then dump to the baseline.
And Mark, how many teams do you see their first guy off the bench is a 6'9 forward? It's almost never the case. There's a mid-range jumper for Brady Sweet.
Brady Sweet just finding the seam, flash to the high post, catch, faced, buried it.
Holloway nearly gave it away on the handoff. Good defense by Trey.
And Brady's one of those underrated guys. He just doesn't pop out at you, but the more you watch him, you just appreciate all the little things he does to help his team win. Ended up being an honorable mention all-district pick in the Central District. He is one of those glue guys you have to have in your program.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Still no points for Jordan Kaminsky, who has been smothered by this Pioneer defense. Newly into the game, Gibson gives off to Holloway, and he'll score again.
No fear. Took it to the rim right at the shot blocker.
And JJ's got all 4 points here for the Bulldogs. Sticking with that 2-3 defense.
That high post is wide open if Alder will just get the ball there.
Nice high-low work. And one
and
inside.
There's the action they need. High post is wide open on the flash. If you don't throw it there, throw it to the short corner. High post dives. Inside guy, the backside guy doesn't rotate inside. Able to get the easy catch and score.
And I guess I kind of misspoke. That was more of a low-high situation there, but great job, Chase Mutzel. Will not convert the three-point play. High rebound from Kaminsky.
Alder giving away a few opportunities here to stretch this lead. Missed layup, missed free throw.
Dump off, stripped cleanly. Last off of Heath. Not often you see a big guy like Byerly get a nice clean strip on the basketball.
4th turnover of the quarter for Heath. As now Bauer's going to come in for Mutzel. They keep that rotation going where they're going to play with 2 bigs on the floor at all times.
Great crowd here at Ariel Arena, as there's an over and back call on Alder. And another mistake there by the sophomore Trey Bentley, as he was situated the wrong side of the court.
Yeah, teammate mistake, brotherly mistake.
I mean, that could have been a case of the big Cougar logo throwing him off of it.
That could absolutely. Official doing a nice job here, stepping in, making sure things don't get a little chippy here early.
Holloway just trying to find space to get open. Play will be called here. Commands by Coach Dick for Jonathan Alder as they force it, what seems to be, or no, they got a hand on it.
Well, Heath was trying to run a backside double just to free up one side of the floor for Kaminsky. Cleared it out, but Alder realized what was going on. Kaminsky unable to catch it to get the ISO.
Under a minute to go in the first. It is 6-4, Jonathan Alder.
On the way this game, at least the first quarters went, wouldn't surprise me at all if Heath would hold for the last shot.
Mason fakes the pass. Good defense there by Brady Sweet. Kaminsky, first shot of the game. Misses. Long rebound to Jonathan Alder. Sweet gets in there again. 30 seconds left.
Sweet does the dirty work. Tough rebounds, passes the ball well, scores when he has the chance.
Averages 9 a game, 4 rebounds a game.
Now Alder will hold for the last shot and will have the ball to start the second.
Very interesting pace of play here in our first game at MVNU in this Division IV District Championship doubleheader. Work to the corner. Bauer, first 3 of the game, goes to the big fella.
Well, and that's what he can do. He can step out and make it. But tempo-wise, good quarter for Heath.
There's your replay brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. It's 9-4 at the end of 1. We'll step aside.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
here we are for the second quarter of action on the OH Report. Jonathan Langdon, Mark Bollinger. Camera operator today is Oliver Kramer. It's a busy night here from Mount Vernon as Heath taking on Jonathan Alder. Then the Pioneers lead it 9-4. As we will see River Valley later tonight, they will take on the Johnstown Johnnies. Loose ball on the floor, dove on. Kaminsky gets to it, and Kaminsky leads the break, and the acrobatic finish is short. Still scoreless so far in this game, a 25-point per game scorer as Bentley the other way crashes into the defense, misses a shot, but they're sweet again on the glass, and a timeout by Alder.
Yeah, the two guys we highlighted struggled offensively, at least in the scoring column so far. And as he's going off the court, you see Danny Bentley holding his hip, his right thigh a little bit.
There's that whole sequence for you again. Great job by Coach Dick, just sensing his team was in a little bit of trouble in the short corner. So first time out of the game called by the Pioneers.
Again, the hustle, though, by Jonathan Alder to get back and contest the layup by Kaminsky. Force him to try the acrobatic move. Didn't go down. Transition. Alder had a chance. Bentley missed it. But again, Brady Sweet there to make a hustle play and keep possession for the Pioneers.
150+ watching with us here on the OH Report on YouTube and Facebook. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Be sure to leave us a comment. We'll shout you right back out later on in this broadcast.
Look for a wing three here, potentially from Alder.
Bentley will retreat. Lost his dribble, has to go to Sweet. Again, staying patient. Both of these teams are. And what has been a nice battle in these first couple of minutes in that aspect. High ball just gets to Danny, steps to the left, high arcing three in and out, but look at the board.
And that's where they're so talented. Bentley misses the three, but they just go to work on the glass and second chance points. Takes the lead to 7.
So Chase Mutzel gets the bucket there. Good lead so far for these Jonathan Alder Pioneers. Holloway out top, swings it. The lefty nearly thought about a three. Davion McIntyre causes his defender to slip as Holloway takes it back. Dogs may be a little confused what they're running, and it results in a turnover. Getting up to his feet, Trey will run the break. 1-on-5, he'll have to slow it up. Cross court to Danny. Fakes the three, goes in on the baseline, rises up, he's fouled.
There's where his ability to score in so many different ways makes him such a tough guard. You have to fly at him to take away the open three, and as soon as you do that, great ball fake, attacks the rim, and gets himself to the free throw line for a chance to get some points.
Shout out to Avita Home Health and Hospice, bringing you your free throw zone as Danny knocks down the first. As a team, Pioneers shoot 61% from the line. And they lead it early by 9.
Well, Heath has 4 points and 5 turnovers here through the first almost 10 minutes.
And Kaminsky, guy that's averaging 25 for Heath, has not been comfortable at all. Still scoreless today.
Well, Trey Bentley has just been face guarding him.
And
no
he
help
gets the
side.
steal. He'll lay it up and in and one. How about Trey Bentley early in this game, this sophomore taking over?
Well, his brother gets a little bit more of the publicity, but he is drawing the defensive assignment on Kaminsky tonight. He's held him scoreless so far there. He overplays the passing lane, gets it into transition, gets the finish, and the foul.
Trey, 6'2", sophomore guard. He leads one of the youngest groups in Division IV Central District. As we'll see a timeout after the missed free throw, this time called by Heath, so both teams have burned one here early in the first half.
Well, a 9-4 after the first quarter. Here in their first 2 minutes, Alder's picked up the offensive pace a little bit, outscoring Heath 6-0. Just done a much better job of attacking the zone and then getting out in transition before Heath can set up that zone.
There was the three that ended the quarter there in the first, and then a couple of buckets, of course, inside off the glass. You saw Mutzel score there, and then just recently the and one out of Trey Bentley. So great spurts here for Jonathan Alder, the number 1 seed in the district. They've proven, you talked about it in the pregame show, Mark, that they're dominant in this division because they played River Valley and beat them big.
Well, and when you look at the bracket, by far the easiest regional to go to was Bowling Green. I was curious to see if River Valley would jump in and maybe play Alder in this district side of the bracket. They chose to go away from, which kind of shows you the respect that these other coaches have for Jonathan Alder.
Holloway looking to feed Jordan Kaminsky, still scoreless. Holloway, however, with all 4 points.
As soon as Kaminsky caught, you saw them bring the double. He picked it up. Danny Bentley left.
How about the work Trey Bentley, just a sophomore, has done here on the senior? Offensive foul.
And he baited him into that one. Little contact, physicality through some screens. And Trey just got up into him, initiated a little bit of a bump, and then took the flop. But the officials saw that, saw the arm get extended, and Kaminsky draws the foul.
So a great swing for Jonathan Alder. Of course, they got the bucket on the other end. They forced the offensive foul.
Well, and I think that's what makes Alder so difficult to defend and play against, is just they don't give you anything easy on either end, and it's hard to go on a 4-0 or 6-0 run against them because they're so solid.
Another finish inside, this time Byron Byerly, the 6'9 sophomore.
His offseason development is going to be critical for this Alder team next year. When they lose Metzel and Bauer, he's going to have to step into that role.
Holloway slows it up again. Mason might want to be careful with his feet. He's shuffled a couple times in this game. Kaminsky on the Cougar logos, takes it to the middle, steps it back. 3 defenders right around him.
Yes, again, anytime Kaminsky gets by Bentley, there's just bodies waiting on him.
And Mason forces the issue, draws a foul on the Pioneers in the interior.
Yeah, it looked like Byron Byerly did a good job of staying straight up with verticality, but it looked like Metzel tried to swat at it and got the foul.
To the line, shooting 2, number 5, Carter Mason.
So that will take us to the free throw zone for the first time on this side of the floor. First shot is in for Carter Mason, the senior.
And that breaks about a 8-minute drought for Heath.
Going 1 for 2, nice rebound by Mutzel for the Pioneers to take it the other way. Of course, if they continue to lead as they have here in this first half towards the end, they would head to Bowling Green for their regional next Tuesday. Sweet denied. College 3 from Trey Bentley. Gets the friendly bounce here at Ariel Arena.
When it's going well, it's going well. Hit back iron, just kind of died there and fell. Now the lead up to 15.
It's an 11-1 quarter. Cross court, Mason catching fire. Oh, good. Great rebound again by Sweet. Bulldog student section behind the basket cheering for defense. Didn't see much there as they kind of let Sweet shoot the basketball. Rebound by Kaminsky. Kaminsky spin move right at the elbow. Still scoreless.
0 for 3 from the field for Kaminsky. And I think one of the things that happens too for scorers, they love to get in a rhythm. And when you only get 3 shots, in about 16 minutes, or about 13 minutes so far, it's hard to get into that rhythm.
Big fellas tried to pass between each other, end up going out to the Cougar logo again. Danny on the basketball.
I think they get the ball to Byerly in the high post. They're going to get something on the baseline with Metzel.
Sweet goes to the baseline. Feed inside. Byerly fighting for the ball. It gets it up in the air and lays it in.
Again, just attacking that sweet spot. And there's Bentley with the quick steal.
Bentley shoots it. Yes! 20-point lead here in a district championship game for Jonathan Alder. Holloway fights, gets outside. Heath's going to have to start throwing up some threes to try and get back in it. That one doesn't work. Danny Bentley with 5 points, takes a screen. Heat check, top of the key. No good. The follow, though. Byerly nearly had it. And another giveaway. Byerly left it behind. Out to Bentley. He'll try again. Danny off to the right. And we're headed the other way as Holloway has had his work cut out for him on the boards.
The good news for Alder is even though you committed the foul, you had 4 opportunities. And you see just the body language.
Yeah.
A couple of the Heath players already holding their shorts, tired. You know, again, that's something else that we talked about a little bit last night off the air when talking about tonight's games. It's going to be a little different because you're playing on a much bigger court. You know, River Valley has an 84-foot court. You know, this being college-sized court, it's going to be a little bit more, you know, those extra 10 feet add up every possession.
Holloway, college three off to the left. But I was just about to bring that up, Mark. I mean, these Bulldogs are gassed.
They're tired, and they've been sitting in this zone, so it's not like they're really extending themselves or exerting themselves defensively. But Coach Falk is willing to go with this because he understands just how good this Alder squad is.
And Alder also content to just kind of drain this clock up by 20.
Well, and they have enough ball handlers and guys that can take care of it and get what they want that they can do this. They can play fast or they can play slow. A lot of teams are one-dimensional. Alder can play up-tempo or half-court game.
1 minute to go here in the half as we see Brady Sweet just dribbling it out. Brady's been great today.
Well, at the end of this possession, look for Bauer and Danny Bentley in the corners.
That's what we saw at the end of the first quarter. Bauer had knocked down a corner three right in front of us.
He loves that spot.
Say what you want. No shot clock here in the OHSAA yet, I should add. But Alder's just going to take this all the way to the buzzer.
And why not? You're up by 20. You have the basketball. Should be worst case scenario. You have a 20-point lead, maybe 23 going in district final. You have to be elated if you're on the Jonathan Alder bench.
10 seconds left. Alder up 20.
Well, they had the lob if they wanted it.
They'll feed it to the corner. Bauer tries again. Nearly banked it in. Rebound by Heath. And they'll just take it out and end what was a nightmare of a first half for the Heath Bulldogs as Jonathan Alder leads 25-5 at the end of 16 minutes. We'll step aside, come back here on the OH Report, coming up with some stats.
After high school, kept hitting my head on that proverbial glass ceiling because I didn't have a degree.
I started working right away, and I really wanted to get into leadership, but I kept getting passed up because I didn't have the formal training they were looking for.
Through volunteering and substitute teaching, I discovered a real passion that I knew I wanted to pursue.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
The MVNU online student portal is so easy. I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
It almost seemed like opportunities were coming to me, as opposed to me having to search for them. My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU online sooner.
It was really the final piece for my career to take off.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. We handle your website, your Google business profile, listings, and online reputation, so customers can find you and trust you. That means less time chasing screens and more time focusing on what really matters: your family, your customers, you business. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials today and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. Consultation and design included. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters, because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
It's time to thank some sponsors bringing you live and free coverage between Jonathan Alder and Heath. Shout out to NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Also a shout out to Koorsen Fire and Security. You can mention OH Report to receive 10% off your free fire and security services. Also, Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support our local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work at Spherion Mid-Ohio. American Homestead Exteriors. Our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. Mount Vernon Nazarene University. For over 30 years, MVNU has been proving that online education can deliver its promises. Our programs help students discover purpose while building careers that actually matter. You can see what's possible at the link in the description. TMS Plus Digital Marketing. Digital marketing for local business. Score is 25-5 as it's led by Jonathan Alder, the number 1 seed in the D4 Central District. We'll show you every scoring bucket, and then we'll come back with your halftime show here on the OH Report. It's time now for your halftime show here, presented to you by NAMI Ohio. Jonathan Langdon here alongside Mark Ballinger as Jonathan Alder has dominated thus far, 25-5. They lead it, and much of it thanks to that man on your screen right there, Danny Bentley, scoring some critical buckets. He's got 5 of the 25, already tied up with, of course, the Bulldogs, who struggled there in that first half.
They did, and Jonathan Alder has dominated all season long, and they came out and they did exactly what the number 1 seed is supposed to do. They were absolutely dominant on both ends of the floor, has led them out to this 25-5 lead.
So you take a look at the numbers. Of course, rebounding battle dominated by Alder, 15-8, as well as the score column. Turnovers there for Heath. They had more turnovers than points. Free throw opportunities, pretty even. Of course, Heath, just 2 shots, 7 for Jonathan Alder. Jonathan Alder's 5 of 7 from the free throw line. So really, I mean, that's not the greatest graphic to look at if you're a Heath Bulldogs fan, but couldn't go any worse. I guess that's what everybody's kind of thinking now.
It couldn't go worse. And it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Falk decides to do. They've been very content all season long, and their style of play has been to run a lot of offense, to be very methodical, and then sit back and play a 3-2 zone. You can do that when you're in close games, but when you're down 20, something has to change, because you can't limit the number of possessions in the second half and keep it at a low number. You need to crank up some tempo to create more possessions if you're going to have a chance to come back and get in this ball game.
Basketball fans, let's
So here we go with the third quarter here from Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Great sponsor with us here at the OH Report. Great hosts as well, as they've had a bunch of special games during the timeouts. During the halftime show, they had a special game with the cheerleaders.
Yes.
So they know how to bring an atmosphere like a district championship game. There's a 3. First one of the game for J.J. Holloway, who has all 8 points.
He has all 8 points. What a great shot to get started here in the second half. As now you see Heath change up. They go to more of a 2-2-1 trap, but now they slide right back into that 3-2.
Grant Bentley with 5 points in that first half. Trey bobbled the pass, gets his dribble, swings it to Danny. Danny on the baseline drive, rises up, and he's fouled. Blocking foul called on Holloway. That'll be his second.
And baseline drive, Danny had the ability to either try to score at the rim, or he had Bauer sitting in that opposite corner wide open for the 3. Bentley decided to try to go through and create some contact. He'll step to the line, chance to answer the early bucket by the Bulldogs.
Bentley's first is through. Jonathan Alder had a 75-57 district semi-win over Marion Franklin on Tuesday to get them here. And even before that, they had a dominant 66-14 win over the bottom-seeded Cristo Rey in their sectional title game. 26-8 as Bentley split the pair, and we got a foul off the ball. This will go on Trey Bentley.
And Trey Bentley trying to stay with Kaminsky. A little bit too physical and trying to keep Jordan off of his cuts. But again, Kaminsky, Central District Player of the Year along with Carter Meyer from River Valley. 25 a game, still scoreless.
We'll give it to his sophomore, Grice, to Mason. Holloway has been the only source of offense. He'll trigger it up again and bank it in. It just continues to rain from the senior.
It doesn't matter how it goes in, it counts all the same. 20-point lead now down to 15.
And that's a kid you can tell does not want to have his career end here today, as it looks like we have an out-of-bounds call last off of Alder.
Yeah, so turnover by Jonathan Alder. So exactly the start you needed for Heath here in the second half.
You saw just a high pass. Holloway did have some contact. They didn't call him for the foul, however. Two-man game. Grice finds Gibson. Back to Holloway.
They could reverse the ball quickly. They have Kaminsky one-on-one with no helpers anywhere in the vicinity.
Gibson, corner three.
Well, the rest of the Bulldogs have come to life.
Those Junkyard Dogs have him within 12. Trey catches in stride, looking for Danny, doesn't have him. They go inside to Bauer instead. Short on the layup, put back no. Rebound Kaminsky. He's going to look to run. He'll spin around a defender. Kaminsky looking to get on the board. He'll give it up to Mason. Nearly traveled, dump off inside, and a foul. And the Bulldog side, where we are, has come alive.
Well, it looked like it was just going to be a simple coronation in the second half of Jonathan Alder. Heath had other plans.
It looks like they are going to say Ethan Grice was in the shooting motion. Oh, no, they changed it up now.
They're going to change it. Had a discussion. Take it baseline out of bounds. Special set here. Look for Kaminsky to try to get something. Can they set multiple screens, get a miscommunication on the switches, and get him a look?
Kaminsky backing down, tough shots. And he's going to try to earn his points at the free throw line.
Well, and that's a great way to get a score going, is to get him a touch, get a foul, get him to the line. He sees that ball go through the basket, boosts the confidence a little bit. But they changed up how they attacked. Instead of passing him the ball on the perimeter, they put him in the mid-post area to give him Alder a little bit different look, made it harder for the help to get there.
And he knocks down his first free throw. Bulldogs lead the quarter just 2 minutes in, basically. They lead it 10-1.
Scored 10 points here in the first 2 minutes and 14 seconds compared to 5 points in the first 16.
I want to hear what Coach Falk had to say in the locker room at halftime. Kaminsky goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line, so they're 2 for 4 in the game. Bentley catches Heath on a flyby, dump off, Byerly.
Again, the dribble penetration by Bentley with the nice dump off. Defender steps over, left Byerly wide open for the easy.
Holloway sizes up the defense, gives it to Grice into the corner. Second three. This one missed, however, and then a foul on the rebound. So Gibson knocked down a three earlier, tried his luck a second time. That time no cigar, and we're headed the other way.
Well, if they're going to leave you open like that, you have to be willing to take that shot and try to knock it down. He just made one a few moments ago. I have no problem with him taking that look. Definitely a little bit different energy in here in this second half.
High toss turned over. Mason scoops it up. Kaminsky in transition. Kaminsky to the basket. First field goal.
And that's what we talked about in the pregame. When he gets to the paint, he can manipulate his body and use his strength to finish.
He's now got 3 all here in this third quarter. The average is 25, so he's got a lot of work to do here in this second half.
Alder just going to try to bring the ball out a little bit and take the air out of it. Try to gather themselves, regain some composure.
Looks like they might have a bad backside cut they missed. Tried to find Sweet late. It's a turnover. Holloway. Numbers up ahead. However, he holds on to it too long. And Alder scoops it up They have numbers now. Trey blocked. Kaminsky with the rejection. And now Heath the other way. They'll leak it up to Gibson, who lays it in.
And that was with authority.
Time out, Alder. They have brought it within 10. The Bulldogs are not done yet.
What a response coming out of the locker room for the Heath Bulldogs. Down by 20, only scoring 5 points in the first half. They put up 14 here in less than 4 minutes. And there is life from the Heath stands.
So the Bulldogs chatting it up with their coach, who has been battle-tested all of his career here at Heath, 17 years. He's seen it all. You had to be confident in him looking at the scoreboard 25-5, despite them being down by so much.
Well, he's a guy that he also, when he was a player, outstanding player, played at a high level, you know, and then as a coach, you could just see the confidence from him. They were down 25-5. He wasn't over there acting like a madman. He wasn't sitting down, giving up. He just continued to coach the way he always coaches. That's the veteran move in him. Just continue to believe in what we do and who we are, and it's paid dividends here for the orange and white.
Out of the timeout, there's a second called by Jonathan Alder. They get it to Sweet. It's stripped, taken away by Gibson. Pushing the pace, Kaminsky one-on-one with Sweet. Crosses over, gets inside, hop step move, layup good. Bulldogs within 7.
Slices and dices, just kept his dribble until he found the little seam. He split them and finished.
Floodgates opening offensively for the Bulldogs.
Alder, if they can just get that ball to the high post and attack, it's wide. There you go, wide open.
Sweet able to knock it through on the floater. Extends their lead to 9. Holloway. The pace has kicked up. Thought about another deep three. It would have been his 3rd of the game if it dropped. Ball left behind for a moment. And here goes Holloway. I mean, talk about a kid that is not going to let his season end tonight. He's got 14.
He is on fire. 6-point game. Momentum completely on the side of the Bulldogs. Can Alder regain their composure and just begin to execute when the pressure is on?
Hop step in the lane. The bank shot good for Byerly.
Byerly's played really well on that baseline. He's able to get that touch, take that inside attack dribble, and get the finish.
I thought they called a timeout, and I think everybody else thought they called a timeout, but Alder with 3 to go. It didn't really make sense. It was a warning. It was a sideline warning on the Pioneers.
Okay, so sideline warning allowed him to substitute as Byerly goes out. So now it's Metzel and Bauer, the 2 bigs for Alder. But can Heath continue this hot offensive attack?
Mason steps into a 3. He's been their best shooter this year. Hasn't found his stride tonight. You can tell Alder a little flustered with this 3rd quarter. I mean, it's understandable. You're up 25-5 coming into the 3rd.
But you do understand, too, that on the Heath side of things, such a big hill to climb when you're down 20.
Good look for Sweet. Missed the bunny. Loose ball taken in by Kaminsky, and a foul.
Foul's going to go on Bauer.
But I think they'll take that because Heath was looking to score 2 in transition. It was basically a 2-on-0 there, Mark.
Yeah, I guess. Well, they announced it was on Metzel.
So Heath down by 8. But if you're just joining us, it was much worse. They were down by as much as 20, trying to come back and win a district title.
1-4 set here. Kaminsky, double ball screen.
And a double comes. Holloway catch and shoot. He's fouled. They'll have 3 free throws coming up.
So they ran Kaminsky with the double high ball screen. And then off of that, they brought Holloway with the little flare or pin down action. He was able to get the open 3, draw the foul.
And I misspoke earlier. Holloway has 13 points. I forgot about the free throw from Carter Mason in there in the first half. So he's got 13 points. He misses his first free throw at the line here. He's got 2 more.
Can Heath find a way to climb all the way back? It's taken a ton of energy out of them to get here. Can they get over the top? It's so many times you see it feels easy to get yourself back into the game, but just to get that last basket or two to catch up is so difficult.
Got 3 shots at the line. They only made 1. That hurts.
High post again. Get it to the high post, attack opposite block. It's going to be wide open.
Instead, Sweet will rise and fire himself. That's been his business here in the third quarter, just taking over that free throw range.
Yeah, he forced the Heath defender to make a choice. The Heath defender dropped, took away that backside block. Sweet takes the easy jumper.
So it's 34-25 as we may start to see Kaminsky forcing the issue as he starts to heat up. He's got 6, dancing around, kicks it out. Not ready to shoot, it was Gibson. Minute to go in the third. It has been a quick-moving game here tonight.
And you see Alder switched up now with Metzel guarding Kaminsky, so they go with more size.
Danny able to get a deflection on it, however, it heads out of bounds. But I mean, just look at him work through what was about to be a handoff here for the Bulldogs. He just kind of dives in out of nowhere.
Tough, gritty performer. He is a competitor. He's a guy you love to have on your team, but you hate to play against.
Absolutely. 45 seconds left now.
Kaminsky tried to set the ball screen and go pick and pop. Alder does a nice job communicating through it.
It's been the J.J. Holloway game up to this point. Looking for some other contributors. Gibson hit a 3 in the third, now given to McIntyre. 20 seconds left. Kaminsky gets it on a handoff. He's got 6 all in the third. Crossover move, steps in, it's a 3. It does not go. 10 seconds left for Alder.
He shot it way too early. Gave Alder an extra possession. See if it comes back to haunt them.
Sweet has it stripped out of bounds, off the knee. We're headed towards Heath with 5 to go.
Well, and Alder gives it right back with 5 seconds to go. So now Heath, chance to cut into it.
Very dangerous spot to inbound. Able to find.
He's got about 5. He doesn't understand the time and score.
McIntyre squeezes through, and no shot will get up. That's the second time today that Heath has not been aware of the clock, and it comes back to bite him here in a tight spot. They're trailing by 9 as we head to money time next on the OH Report.
With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus.
Well, it's a 9-point game here as we head into the fourth quarter. Jonathan Alder, number 1 seed in the district. They lead it, looking to try to win a district title. Heath, however, trailed by 20 at the half. And whenever that situation sort of happens, your goal at the end of the third is to get it within 10. They did just that.
Absolutely. Mission accomplished if you're Coach Falk and the Bulldogs. You were able to cut the lead to single digits. Now you're in the game, a chance to go to work.
Sweet catches, fires. Another wild layup is missed. Kaminsky leads the break 3-on-2. He'll dump it off. Gibson, the layup missed there. The Mikan's not working today.
Both sides are getting the shots they want, just not executing. The high post again wide open for Alder. 3-on-2 every time they get it.
Byerly reverse, wild.
Yeah, 6'9", there's no reason to reverse under the basket. Go up and throw it down.
Jordan steps it back. That's a long 2. Rebound on the backside and a foul won by Davion McIntyre.
Great effort play there by McIntyre. Was able to get inside position, go get that one, get his team an extra possession.
That's his first, team's first of the quarter.
Sweet took the foul. That's his first of the game. Davion just kept that pivot. Now in the hands of Kaminsky. He'll rise, fire. Nearly got it to go, killing it off at the rim. And a loose ball still being fought for. Alder ends up with it.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of shot attempts here by Kaminsky in the fourth. Every single set you have that you can get him a shot, you've got to do it.
And the ball out of bounds. You got to look at this thanks to Spherion Mid-Ohio, but I thought this was off of Holloway maybe.
Well, that's the 10th turnover of the night for Jonathan Alder. A little uncharacteristic of them.
Bulldogs, if they can complete it, would have one of the biggest comeback wins in this sort of situation in program history. Kaminsky trying to lead him to it, turns it over. Danny Bentley, he'll take it up the floor, cut off well, and a foul. I like the defense from Holloway, but somehow Danny able to use his footwork and get in.
Yeah, Danny does a really nice job of when he gets near the basket of ball faking and then basically taking a step through to draw contact, get the ball in the air, and get to the free throw line. But when he gets there, you got to convert here. Big situations. Alder 6 of 10 on the night from the free throw line.
It's been their Achilles heel if you had to pick one. Free throw line 61% this year. They split it. They lead by 10. JJ escapes, gets the switch onto the big fella Mutzel.
Alder has brought Trey Bentley back to Kaminsky defensively.
Poked out, but still with the Pioneers. Sweet navigates the middle. Danny steps it back, stripped from behind. Good hands by Gibson. Here goes Kaminsky. He'll rise up, miss the dunk. Rebound and a foul as McIntyre got hit from the side, both sides in fact, by Alder.
I love the aggressiveness by Kaminsky trying to throw that down over Bentley. But at this point, you need to get points. Flex off the inbounds, trying to get Kaminsky a look.
And they do get a one-on-one. He'll go inside, missed the layup short.
Alder's size just makes everything so difficult. Just nothing easy for Kaminsky.
Snuck into Sweet. They find the corner. Bentley right in front of the student section.
Well,
Lead is back to 13.
Sweet had his choice. Bentley for 3 or Metzel on the backside for the layup. He went to the corner and it was a 3-ball by Bentley. You kind of wonder here if Heath made their run now, if Alder's going to open this back up. Had it down to 6 at one point, I believe.
5 minutes away from crowning a district champion in Division 4. It'll be the first of 2 crowned here from MVNU. Holloway again!
His second bank 3 of the night.
He has the hot hand, and that's an understatement. Take a look at this shot from long range. That's an NBA 3.
And it's Holloway carrying the load tonight with 17 of their 28.
Folks, he averages 7 a game. They've had to turn to somebody else. JJ's been the guy to call.
JJ has been on call and he has delivered.
That timeout was called by Heath, so both teams will have 3 to go here in this contest.
And down 10, 4:53 to go. Look for Heath to extend the floor here. Try to create some offense off their defense. Speed Alder up a little bit, because if you're the Pioneers, they're comfortable with this tempo. We saw them take good minute and 15, minute 20 off the clock at the end of the first half. They'll be willing to hold the basketball unless you force them to play.
Great show put on by the cheerleaders during the timeout. You're seeing the huddle for the Bulldogs. They've got a lot to talk over. Of course, their star Kaminsky is trying to take over the game, and that's what you kind of want to see, but he's not seeing the shots that he usually sees fall drop here tonight.
Well, and give credit to Jonathan Alder's defense. They've done such a good job of defending him, not just with one guy, but with two or three. And when I say that, I don't mean just the switching. I mean, whenever he tries to get to the basket, there are bodies in front of him. He has not had any real clean driving lanes all night.
Sweet enters it in. Bauer has to retreat. Or my mistake, that was Mutzel. Work to the corner again. Bentley, heat check, other side. Rebound wide open, Mutzel.
Well, Heath gets the miss by Bentley, but they can't defensive rebound. And that's what makes them pay.
One-on-one opportunity. Bryce won't take it. He was defended by Bentley. Holloway crosses over to his right. He's blocked from going that way. It's a foul on Sweet, his second of the game.
Number 2, Pregame Sweet. That's his first, his second, team's third.
Nearly halfway through the fourth. The lead is now grown to 12 here for Coach Dickey's side. Slower pace from the Dogs. They still got to get back into this game. Closest they've gotten is 8. Holloway takes the screen, gets the switch. Metzel defends. Holloway to the basket. Misses the layup. Rebound Danny. He'll push the pace. Danny Bentley dishes off. Foul before the shot. It was missed anyways. So the Bulldogs pick up the foul in transition.
And you can see why Bentley was player of the year. As soon as the ball was in his hands, he was on the move. He was looking to get to the basket and score when the driving lane was cut off. Nice dump off. Got him a good look.
Catch and floater. No. Trey the board.
And Trey Bentley's played really well tonight for this Pioneer ball team.
And here he is. He'll lob it over top. However, lost. Scooped up by Gibson. It feels like from this point on, the Bulldogs really need to cash in on every possession.
Yeah. Almost to the 3-minute mark. Possessions here are going to be limited. And Kaminsky's just going to battle his way to the paint.
And he'll win a foul. He went up in a shooting motion. You can make the call at home there as he was in a crowd. They call that foul on Trey Bentley.
Nice job of officiating there. Walked over, got in between them. Some words being exchanged there between Bentley and Kaminsky.
That foul is the third on Trey Bentley. That's the defensive menace for this crew. He's got 2.5 steals a game.
Almost another bank 3.
Rebound, back out to JJ. JJ pass, nearly red. Kaminsky steps up for 3. Off the back iron, gets his own board. In stride, goes to the basket, offensive foul.
Bauer steps over, takes the charge. Big defensive play there by Garrett Bauer.
And you could see it well on the replay brought to you by our great sponsors here on the OH Report. We'll show you again, Spherion Mid-Ohio, very clean. Just got out of the restricted area, of course, here on MVNU's court. Maybe a bit of condensation on the basketball. They might have to switch it up. So we'll have a slight delay here as they clean up the basketball, but 3 minutes to go, 40-28. Jonathan Alder looking to cruise to another district title. They made the regional tournament last year, looking to do it again this year.
Yes, they'll be heading to Bowling Green where they'll take on the winner of 18-6 Van Wert or Gallion. Those two teams match up tomorrow at 3 p.m.
And I believe they're playing all the way up at Paulding. Is that right?
It is a long trip for the Galleon faithful. And then when they get there, they take on a very good Van Wert team.
And I'll be honest, I was looking at the schedule last night because I wasn't sure where I was going on Saturday. I saw our schedule and I said, please, Brian, anywhere but Paulding.
Don't send me to Paulding.
As a man from Columbus, that's a long drive. Speaking of drives, Trey Bentley fouled on his. That'll be the 4th foul on Heath, so they will now put Alder in the bonus. Both teams, in fact, in the bonus on the next fouls. They'll lob it out top. Bauer holds on to it.
Look for Jonathan Alder to really spread the floor here and be patient.
Try to get into the passing lane. Trey Bentley, no hesitation.
Not a good shot there. You're up 12. 2.5 minutes to go. You don't need that. Coach immediately takes the timeout. Coaching staff will have a nice little conversation with Trey about shot selection.
But we talked about it in the pregame show for this Jonathan Alder side. They're the youngest group, especially of guys that get good playing time. Of course, Trey and Danny, both sophomore duo. That kind of helps them in that regard. They've got 2 senior big guys, but then you've got the sophomore Byerly, who's had some great play today underneath. You've got Brady Sweet, just a junior. So there's still a lot for them to learn, even though this is a seasoned group with the success they've had.
Yes, they're going to be extremely talented again next year with bringing all those guys back. Plus their JV team was really good this year. And as I said, their middle school teams, seeing them, the 8th grade class is loaded with more talent. Some of those guys may make the jump to JV and maybe even some varsity minutes off the bench. So Jonathan Alder program is in great shape. And, this may be the second of several more district championships for this Alder squad in this 7-division format.
And it's a case of a coach that gets it. He's got great youth programs in place. Coach Derek Dickey in his 4th season has seen great success here at Jonathan Alder. And it's because he comes from that Northwest Ohio area that seems to be good at almost everything when it comes to high school sports.
He does, and as you said, he understands what it takes, and they have put in a lot of time and effort in their youth program, and that's just going to continue to pay off down the road.
Back to the middle they go, however, turned over by Sweet. Good hands by Kaminsky.
Again, just not a good decision. You don't need to attack and score.
Jordan spin move, fade away, high arcing shot, rebounded by Bauer. 2 minutes to go. Here in the 4th quarter, a district champion will be crowned momentarily.
Well, the next foul sends Alder to the line.
Great pass inside to Metzel.
At this point, you think it's just going to be layups and free throws for the Pioneers.
Time starting to drain on these Heath Bulldogs. Holloway dances, loses the basketball, dove on, and Trey Bentley will end up getting to it. Trey one-on-one, can't get the finish. And Holloway fouled on his rebound.
He missed the layup and then made the mistake of fouling. Will send Heath to the line with the clock stopped. It's the 5th foul of the quarter.
So make the walk 94 feet up. 17 points today for J.J. Holloway. It's been a fantastic effort from the senior tonight. But with 1:34 to go, you're starting to wonder at home, is it going to end in vain? First one missed.
It's 1 of 4 from the line, his last 4 attempts. Look at the defensive effort. You look at the scoreboard. Jordan Kaminsky came in 25 points a game. He's at 5.
So they miss both.
Heath 3 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
It certainly isn't something that if they flip, they win this game, but it's certainly something that could have helped them get closer. Sweet back outside. They had a wide open Metzel. Couldn't get it to him before a foul was called.
Sweet will go to the free throw line.
Make sure to stay tuned with us for game 2 here at MVNU. Made sure to get set up nice and early so we could bring you both of these games. But River Valley, 2 seed in the district, they will play to return to regionals just like Jonathan Alder. They play against Johnstown later tonight. We'll have that stream for you at the conclusion of the ceremony for one of these 2 teams. Whoever wins and finishes out here in this game one. Very sloppy shooting at the line as Brady Sweet now misses his first.
Yeah, Alder now just 7 of 12 themselves.
Another 1-for-2 trip. Minute 13 on the clock. Open, sophomore shoots it, air ball, and a foul on a shove called by Bauer, so back to the free throw line. Might have a slow moving for final minute or so here. But you gotta have both of these.
Yeah, down 15. Everything's gonna have to go your way here. Make some free throws, get a couple turnovers and makes.
Gibson brings home the first one. Braden Gibson, defensive star for this team, 2.5 steals a game. Trying to help him stay in it offensively. He goes 1 for 2.
One of the big advantages tonight for Jonathan Alder is they've just been so dominant on the glass.
Great patience that time by the Pioneers. They'll bring it back out to Trey. Bauer joins the effort out top and just playing keep away, and a foul. Bauer actually a very respectable free throw shooter, so they like their odds with this kid heading to the line. Garrett will head to the charity stripe.
Unofficially, Jonathan Alder out-rebounding Heath, 33-17.
Misses the first.
Jonathan Alder looks like they're going to advance, but they've got some things to clean up before they get to regional play. Really solid first half, but sloppy here in the second half. I don't know if they just, lost a little bit of focus because it was too easy in the first half. But they have not played to the level that we typically have seen from this Alder ball team.
And we saw a Herculean effort in the third by the Dogs, but it looks like it is going to end with a tough loss here at the district championship level. 40.3 to go. Holloway turns it over.
We'll give all the credit in the world to Heath. Down 25-5. They could have very easily just packed it in and came out here in the second half and let it play out. But they battled, and they were able to get it back to single digits and put forth, as you said, a great effort. And both teams willing to just let the clock run out here.
And a layup late taken by Danny Bentley. Nobody played defense, I guess, is the take by him.
Well, and you've got a coaching staff that is very unhappy, and I don't mean just Heath. I also mean Jonathan Alder's coaching staff.
And things getting a little chippy at the end. Officials will separate them. But Jonathan Alder headed back to the regional tournament for a second straight season. As read by off of the chest of 10 students, roll nears as Jonathan Alder wins it 46-29. Trophy presentation coming up next. We'll step aside, take a break on the OH Report.
After high school, kept hitting my head on that proverbial glass ceiling because I didn't have a degree.
I started working right away, and I really wanted to get into leadership, but I kept getting passed up because I didn't have the formal training they were looking for.
Through volunteering and substitute teaching, I discovered a real passion that I knew I wanted to pursue.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
The MVNU online student portal is so easy. I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
It almost seemed like opportunities were coming to me, as opposed to me having to search for them. My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
It was really the final piece for my career to take off.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. We handle your website, your Google business profile, listings, and online reputation, so customers can find you and trust you. That means less time chasing screens and more time focusing on what really matters: your family, your customers, you business. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials today and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. Consultation and design included. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters, because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Time for the trophy presentation here from Mount Vernon Nazarene University, and congratulations are in order to Jonathan Alder as the Pioneers are district champions yet again after a 46-29 win over Heath that just concluded moments ago. Thank you so much for joining us here live and free on the OH Board. I'm Jonathan Langdon alongside Mark Ballinger as we see this team for Jonathan Alder take their medals and take the trophy at the very end. We reflect on Alder and how dominant they have been this year.
They were dominant all season long. Coming into the season, everybody knew that this was going to be a team to be reckoned with. They played a tough schedule, went 19-5 coming into tonight, were able to get another win, their second consecutive district title, and now moving on, they have a chance to do some damage up in that Bowling Green Regional.
Absolutely. Took the words out of my mouth. They'll play either Van Wert or Galleon. The winner of that district there tomorrow. They'll play on Tuesday in the 6 o'clock game over at Bowling Green. But a shout out to everybody on the team that contributed towards this win. Of course, our MVP will be Danny Bentley. He took the game lead late with 10 points. I guess that's really all I'll leave it with. But other than that, it was a well-rounded effort from this group.
Well-rounded effort, and as we said, going forward here, this is a team that has a chance to play potentially a good Van Wert team or Galleon, and then if they win that, they're going to play in a regional final against the winner of Millbury Lake, Lima Bath, Shelby, or Perkins. A lot of people think that maybe Perkins is going to be the team that comes out of those four. But Jonathan Alder, if they play their game and play to their ability, this is a team that could very easily make it to Dayton in the Final Four.
Absolutely, and it's somewhere that they weren't able to get to a season ago. So it's definitely the next step up for this group as Coach Derek Dickey is going to receive his medal here momentarily as a flooded assistant coach pool is grabbing all of their medals here. But, I mean, it takes a village, right?
It takes a village, and especially on the defensive end, that village had a team prepared because Jonathan Alder was able to hold Heath to 4 points in the first quarter, 1 in the second. They gave up 20 in the third, but then they came back with a 4-point quarter in the fourth. So you look at that, there was 3 of the 4 quarters, they held them to 4 points or less. So great defensive effort and game plan here by Jonathan Alder.
So we're going to run down, take a picture of that group that just won themselves a district championship. And as we do, let's go ahead and jump into the post-game show. Just talk a little bit more about this game. It's presented to you by NAMI Ohio. Jonathan Langdon here along with Mark Bollinger. Congrats again to Jonathan Alder. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers here as we conclude our coverage of game 1 of this doubleheader. But Alder, I mean, dominance in every single category, it felt like.
Yes, and we'll start again on the defensive side. We just ran through the numbers as far as the scoring, but they made life just miserable for Jordan Kaminsky in this entire Heath offense. Every shot was contested. When Kaminsky was catching the ball, if he did have space, it was for a brief second before a second and third defender were showing to the ball. Again, Alder's defensive game plan was just so good that they were able to hold Heath to just 5 of 15 from 2, 5 of 18 from 3. So a great defensive effort all around tonight by Jonathan Alder led them to this 46-29 victory.
And I guess another story that you could share is the next graphic we have to show you. It's the quarter-by-quarter scoring. I mean, Heath, that is not a mistake, folks. 20 points in the third quarter, but look at those other 3 quarters that they struggled in, and now the Bulldogs end their season because of that.
They did. They just couldn't get anything going offensively in those first 2 quarters, and then after the great one in the third quarter, things just kind of turned and went back to the way they had been for the first 16 minutes. Again, give credit to Jonathan Alder. For Heath, shots weren't going. Kaminsky wasn't able to really get going because he was seeing so much pressure. A guy that averages 25 a game has been outstanding all season. Obviously one of the best players in the Central District in Division 4. Just had a rough night, wouldn't go down. Give credit to Jonathan Alder's defense, but things just didn't work out on the offensive side for Heath.
So we'll step aside, take a break, come back. Your MVP of this one is Danny Bentley. He will be joining us upstairs momentarily after the net cutting ceremony commences here for Jonathan Alder. We'll take a break, come back on the OH Report.
MVU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
My only regret is that I didn't look at MVU Online sooner.
With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus. With TMS Plus Digital Essentials, you'll get 6 essential services to launch your digital.
Time now for your American Homestead Exteriors Player of the Game. Jonathan Alder wins yet another district title, and joining us upstairs is the sophomore Danny Bentley. Congratulations to you and your team, of course, on a great win here today at MVNU. Just kind of take me through the emotions. Of course, you guys have been here before. You won last season, but you run it back, get another championship under your belt, and you're moving on. What the emotions?
Emotions are high. We won 3 years in a row, but I was not there for that first year. But then we lost 4 seniors. We didn't know how the season was going to go. We lost like a few easy games at the start, and then at the end of the season, we started to pick it up right when we needed and got straight here. And we knew Heath, they had one dude, and that's all we needed to stop them, and we win, and we did it.
Well, you did a good job on that, of course. Danny, I mean, well-balanced team effort. You ended up leading with 10, but talk about your guys and brag on them and what they've been able to do to really just help you guys dominate all season long.
Our team does a good job at staying together. We have good chemistry. We hang out a lot, so there's not a lot of fighting. And also, I know your role. Like, if it's the rebound. We did everything right today. Like, we passed. We didn't be too selfish. We got great shots. It was just flowed the right way.
And I know you know Coach Dickey the best, but, I mean, coming up next week of practice, there's going to be a new mentality moving into the regional tournament. What's your take on what practice is going to look like next week?
Practice is we might have one slow day, and then we're going to go at it for 2 hours. We won our first game at BG last year. So we want to try and win that again and go to the state Final Four.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you. We won't keep you around too long. You can just, one final thing, look at that camera, give any shout-outs you want.
Shout out our team, district champs.
Absolutely. Trey, and of course, behind the camera, shout out to him as well. They both played well. The Bentleys, congrats to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Marketing, all for one low monthly price. Cut through the noise of today's digital world. No hype, just results. That's TMS Plus.
And it's time to wrap up your post-game show here for Game 1 of this MVNU doubleheader. It's a district championship doubleheader in Division 4, and Jonathan Alder, they're the first winners tonight. Of course, this is the first of 2, and we'll see River Valley play against Johnstown here momentarily. They're getting the nets set up. Of course, they just cut down one. They got to get a new one up, and we will see the 2 seed take on the 4 seed here in the second game of the doubleheader momentarily. But just one final talk about this game. 46-29, great win for Alder. 3 years in a row they head to the regional tournament. They're looking to go further this time.
They will, and congratulations to Jonathan Alder. They did what they were supposed to do. Coming into the season, everybody thought they were going to be one of the best, if not the best team in the Division 4 Central District. They proved it all year long. They proved it on the court through the district tournament. Now they get the chance to move on to regional play and see what they can do against some of the other best teams from around the state.
Great start to our action here from Mount Vernon. Make sure to stay with us. In about 20 minutes, we will come back live with River Valley taking on Johnstown. We'll have a brief 10 to 15-minute break where we will be off of the air, but we will return shortly as we continue and wrap up this night. That has been so good here from Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Another district title on the way on the OH Report.